Well, hello again, Naperville area residents and business owners. My name is Dr. Derek Barron. Welcome to another edition of Maybe Marketing Insights. We do this to give small business owners an idea of how they can help grow and scale their business. So if you are a local resident in the Naperville area and you have a business and you want to learn more information, go ahead and comment below on one of our channels or reach out to us with a DM. We'll do the very best we can to help you grow and scale your business. Today, we're going to actually talk about 10 ways to build a strong personal brand. And the reason that that's important is whether you have a business, is it a yogurt shop or a flower shop or a chiropractic practice, your personal brand can go a long way with that. So let me share my screen with you. All right, I'm going to click here. So, 10 ways to build this. Here's what we're going to cover in the presentation today. Creating an attractive, professional-looking website and blog, making a personal logo that's unique to you, develop your own voice, don't copy what other people are saying, be consistent with the way you present yourself on social media, and stay up to date with industry trends so you're always in the know. And then keep your online presence, that should be spelled differently, keep your online presence updated, collaborate with other brands, maintain a tight focus, and manage your expectations and tell stories. So these are some things that we're going to cover today. Again, there I am, Derek. That's my wife, Terry. We're the owners of NapervilleLocal.com. We're your source of all of the best things happening in Naperville as far as news and events, giveaways, deals, and more. We do like to help small business owners, help them grow and scale their business. So if you're interested in that, by all means, do reach out to us. All right, so your personal brand is a representation of you and your work. In this guide, we'll cover 10 ways to build a strong personal brand that will help your career and your company online and offline as well. Personal branding is about how people perceive you and what they think of when they hear your name. And it's increasingly important that your personal image fits into a brand that appeals to potential clients, industry followers, and other brands in your space. So the first thing you can do is create a professional website and/or blog. Hopefully most people have them. There's Wix websites out there. There's WordPress, which we use more often, but a professional website is built to help with your personal brand. It's important for people to feel confident about your work with what you have is an attractive website that will take pride in the work that you do. So you want to show yourself off. And here are a few things to consider when building your personal branded website. Include your contact information on the site so visitors can reach out. Always on your site, you should have a mobile optimized website. On the very top of it, you should have your social links. And you should also have your phone number that they can contact you right away, depending on the business that you're in. Make sure it's easy for visitors to find examples of your work. Use photos of yourself wherever possible. This gives potential clients another personal touch point, and links to your website, links on your website to your social media channels. A blog section on your website doesn't necessarily need to be written, but you should consider creating some kind of regular content that keeps followers with you. The more content that you create and the more visitors will see the skills, expertise, and values that you have. And if you're really smart, you can then repurpose the long form content to make it into some social media posts. Number 2 is a personal logo that is unique to you. Now, yes, you should have a logo for your business, but if you want to help grow your business, you can also do that with your personal brand and personal logo. So unique personal logo can help your personal brand to stand out as individuals will recognize that logo. You can make a free logo on Canva. I believe it's canva.com. Or you can pay for something more professional, like sites like 99 Designs, or try custom branding with an agency. And if you want any help with that, by all means, do reach out to us. We would definitely put our designers on top of that for you too. There are many free options available if you're looking to keep costs down, including using free Google fonts. Those are already installed on your computer. And remember, a personal logo shows people how much value you offer at first glance. So it is about that first impression in all areas of life. And it's worth investing some good design skills to make sure that your site and your personal brand and that logo stands out and pops. The more time and effort you put in developing a strong personal brand, the more you'll stand out from the crowd. Number 3 is develop your own voice. Your own voice should be a distinguishing factor of your personal brand. If you're serious about building your personal brand, you need to separate your message and then your delivery of those messages from other personal brands in your industry. We always talk to people about having your ideal client avatar, and then you have a message that speaks to that avatar, and then you have a solution that speaks to those avatars' needs. So a big part of that is being different than everybody else. If you're repeating or regurgitating what everyone else is saying, then you simply aren't doing enough to build your personal brand online. You got to be brave, use your experience in your industry and share your knowledge. If you're a personal trainer, share your wins for sure, but you've got to share some of those losses. If there was a day, if you were going 21 days in a row and you just couldn't make it to the gym that one day, you got to share that, because there are people that have fallacies just like you and I. When you're in the restaurant business, if you've had a great day, you want to speak about how great it was. And if you've had a bad experience with a customer, I don't suggest calling that customer out, but you want to speak about what it was like, so people know some of the hard times that you have within your business. And this should be an important point of personal branding, but sadly, it's often neglected by those who claim expertise in the area. If you strive to stand out from the crowd, develop your own voice. Number 4 would be consistent on social media. There are so many planners that are out there that you can use. You can use Facebook and Instagram with Content Studio, where you can plan your content out and schedule it to go out ahead of time as well. So social media plays a big role in your personal branding, and it's an ideal place to share your accomplishments and distribute your brand. That is why it's important to have a consistent brand across all of your social media platforms. We always tell clients that we work with that hopefully you have DerekBarron.com. And if you want that on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok and all of the other components, you want to make sure that you own that domain across the board. If this means creating an Instagram account for yourself instead of using Facebook, do it. There are benefits to having more than one personal branded social media page. Just make sure that you're consistently posting on those pages. I'd recommend using consistent colors. I guess I was French when I typed that out. Post formats, font styles with your personal logos. This will ensure that your audience always recognizes your brand posts on social media news feeds. Tip is a great way to increase followers on these platforms is by following other users as well as liking and commenting on their posts periodically. This will help build rapport and goodwill between your community. So it's always good when you are reaching out to somebody that are in your niche so that you can compare. Or if you have a competitor that's out there, you can learn from what they are doing on social media. The 5th point that we want to do is stay up to date with industry trends. Staying up to date with industry trends will be crucial to your personal brand success. Trends change, so make sure that you are aware of them and you're going with them. So if you are somebody that enjoys dancing a little bit and lip syncing and doing other things, then you should be on TikTok. I'm not a big TikToker myself, but that might be something that would be a benefit to your business as well as your brand. Use tools like Google Trends to stay active on social networks like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram to find out what's popular right now. So again, that's Google Trends. There's always going to be a lot of competition. So if your personal brand isn't up to date with current events, you'll miss out on clients and opportunities. So whether you're an online business or you're a local business, or you have both a local component and an online component, just make sure in some of your social stuff that you're sharing that stuff. Check out your competition and use inspiration from your community. There's no shame in replicating a content idea from somebody else. Just make sure that you give credit where credit is due, even if it's a competitor. Number 6 is keep your online presence updated. What that means is new content is the key to visibility across all platforms, especially websites. So make sure you're always adding to it. Blog posts, videos, podcasts, social media updates are ideal to keep followers interested in your personal brand. The best way to increase your visibility on online platforms is by making yourself a valuable resource for others. So you want to make sure you're providing content that's quality and becoming engaging with members of your community as well as members in other communities to help them out. The best way in which you can help your business and your brand grow is by helping others grow theirs. Buffer, which is one of those posting software, recommends that bloggers post once every 2 days, 48 hours up until 1 week for optimal success. In my opinion, you should be posting every single day, at least one social post. And all the post often and post consistently strategy may not work for everyone. It's important to remember that there is no perfect formula. You have to consider your personal situation and choose the one that works best for you. If you are good Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m., stick with that. You'll have followers eventually. Number 7 would be to collaborate with others. A big part of your personal branding journey will be teaming up with others in your industry. Collaborating with other bloggers, influencers, and brands will make you more visible to a larger audience than just your own following. So if your strength lies in creating awesome video content for your personal brand, it'd be beneficial to reach out to new audiences by collaborating with a popular podcast or look for some YouTube channels that are out there, or watch some live videos on Facebook or live videos on Instagram or on TikTok and see if you would connect with those individuals. Another tip here is to be having some collaborative offers, and ideas are always successful when you offer something valuable to offer. So leverage your brand's assets with the right people and you will grow. So if you are a restaurant and you want to get together with somebody that's a massage therapist, which you may think would be different, but when they're done with the massage therapy, or maybe they're done with a yoga, a good collaborative event would be, once we're done with our workout or our massage, let's go grab a bite to eat. Hopefully it's good for you. Start by reaching out to people who have similar audience sizes as you. As your personal brand grows, you can reach out to those with bigger audiences too. Number 8 would be to maintain a tight focus. Your personal brand needs to be focused on what you're best at. That's what you'll be known for. The social media world is crowded. It's a crowded one, and it can be difficult to get noticed if your personal brand isn't focused on the right things. Establish yourself as an expert in your field by publishing content that shines on your strengths. From there, people will start seeing you as someone who knows their stuff and might follow or share with your friends. And a personal brand should always have focus, because this is how people know what they are getting from you at all times. So make sure that this focused message resonates throughout everything you do online: website, blog, YouTube channel, all of your social media channels. And it's great to share personal milestones and accomplishments that separate you from your brand's messages. Followers love to see the human side of the brands that they follow. Just make sure you do this sparingly. It's not all really a push sale. Remember, social media content is created for your audience, not for you. So if they're following your personal brand, they're not doing it to follow your personal life all the time. That's not always true. 90%, 95% of the time, they want to know what you're doing. That doesn't mean you want to share some of the negatives that are always that you want. Brand tight focus, which you have. Number 9 would be to manage your expectations. Large channels takes years to build. Just ask the people who know that, who own them. So you don't expect to reach, their levels overnight. You have to be somebody that'll get 1 follower, another follower, and then maybe 3 followers, and then 6. So it can duplicate on itself. And for those of you who are starting with a small following, it's important to understand what is realistic and achievable. Your personal brand will grow at the rate that you dictate. No one else can do this for you. And as far as dictate, that means the more you are doing it, the more consistent you are than doing it, it's better for you. And it starts with understanding your audience. Who cares about or has an interest in the information that you share? What topics bring them value? How much time do you have available each day, week, or month? And how often does your target, or would your target audience, like to see the content from you? And once again, these numbers vary on an individual basis, but as long as there is some consistency between your goal and expectations, growth should happen over time. And number 10, finally here, is tell stories. So people love to follow stories online, and they're always woven in the most popular content channels. If you can't find creative ways to get your personal brand story out there, then will have to have a much greater chance of gaining traction. And we see that with popular media pushes one component, and I'm not saying narrative political agenda at all, but they may push something in your area that has to do with one company, and you have to find a way to get your company to be the one that's pushed. It's especially a good idea for those that are just starting out in business, because they need all the help they can get from their network and outside sources. So use stories that focus on where you were to where you are now, show how you overcame some obstacles, and feature personal stories from people within your network or what you do. So if you are a personal trainer, you want to share success stories of people that have gone through your care. If you own a yogurt shop, you want to actually ask a customer that's there and say, when you're done, I'd love to see if we could just shoot a quick little video about your time here at our facility. Those will help build your credibility and relatability, as well as showing that there are real tangible results for work that your personal brand does. So if you're stuck, here's a few more ways to use storytelling. Share testimonials from your clients who have been impacted by your product or service. Show their before or afters. From restaurants, the before would be before they come in, and after would be when they're done with the meal. From a salon owner or a stylist, there are multiple ways to do that as well. So use review questions to guide their answers towards the before and after state. Document changes over time. So for an example, before and after photos of weight loss, physical transformation, or treatments. Be mindful not to exploit those people's stories without their consent. Make sure you always get written consent for written information, as well as images and videos. Create case studies with actual data on what worked and what didn't, so others can learn from it. And be honest, many personal brands try to hide their weaknesses, but often those who succeed are the most prepared to share theirs. So if you're not currently building your own personal brand along with your business brand, or it's been a while since you've last posted fresh content to your personal brand, now just might be the time. Telling people what sets you apart from everyone else makes your company more memorable and appealing to potential clients. So here's our contact information. Again, my name is Dr. Derek Barron. It's been a pleasure having you here, sharing. If you have a business in the Naperville area and you are looking to help it grow and scale, we would absolutely love to help you in that endeavor. If you have any questions, post it in the comments. We'll get back to you there. You're welcome to DM us as well, or you're welcome to call. You can go back to that last slide and our phone number is there for you as well. So again, thank you very much. We are always looking forward to helping Naperville business owners be seen, be heard, and be found. Have a great week. I'll be back again next week. Take care.